Here we are on the 10th of October, so basically 2 weeks into the start of our harvest. So practically all the purchased fruits have been brought in. We've done only about 1/3, so 9 hectares of our domain. Yet the weather remains absolutely glorious, glorious sunshine, slightly overcast, but no risk of rain in the next 10 days. So this will be now the final stage of our 2010 vintage. So here we have a wonderful overview of our 2 Grand Cru vineyards. First, in the forefront, you have the Sporen, where we have about 8 hectares of Gewürztraminers. So this is our historical Grand Cru for Gewürztraminer. So if this year we do, as we very much hope, a late harvest, it will be from this vineyard. And then you have in the background the Grand Cru Schönenbourg, so our historic Riesling vineyard. And this year is definitely a vintage for Riesling. One of the important factors of this 2010 vintage in Alsace is the relatively short crop, especially in Gewürztraminer. We expect the vintage to be about 30% below normal levels. So far we have under 45 hectoliters per hectare in our domain. Yet the encouraging thing is the development of noble rot. We've had a succession of morning fog and sunny afternoon, and we can clearly see, as on this bunch, the development of noble rot. So very good hopes for late harvest wines in 2010. This year we have had to adapt a little bit the viticulture because of the fairly wet months of August. So we did what's called an effeuillage. So we de-leafed, we removed the leaves by end of August. So all the grapes could be directly exposed to the sun. This is the best Antibotritis treatment there is. So removing the leaves, so the grapes are directly exposed to the wind, so the grapes are still absolutely gorgeously sound at this stage, and now have reached full maturity, so with great hopes, providing we have the botrytis developing on those grapes. The grape that is likely to be the star of the vintage is clearly the Riesling. Riesling is our latest ripening grape variety, also the most demanding, and for us to have great results in Riesling is clearly an indication of the overall quality of the vintage. At this stage, 10 days into the start of harvest, the grapes remain impeccably sound, especially Riesling. But we start to see on a few berries a little bit the start of the development of noble rot. So we keep the fingers crossed for some late harvest Riesling.